Hey guys, my name is Brady William Codner, and welcome to the Morning Cup of Tea, the only way to start your day. And I am so happy to be here today with one of my lifelong friends that I've known since, I don't know, how long has it been?
Shit, I mean, it's been since fourth grade.
Yeah, probably fourth grade. He's got his own YouTube channel with over 12,000 YouTube subscribers. He has over millions of views on his channel, and he's even been mentioned on the History Channel. And yes, you heard me right, the History Channel. And like I said, I've known him since fourth grade. He's a great friend of mine. Let's just get this started. Dylan Anderson, how are we doing today, buddy?
I'm doing good. I just want everyone to know I also have a podcast called The Modern Monsters that we're starting up now. It's not out yet by the time you're listening to this, but that's just a tidbit of information for you. But yeah, no, I'm doing great. Just getting ready for some big things in the future here. Just having a few drinks tonight and just relaxing.
Hell yeah. Well, what kind of things you got coming up in your future here?
Well, some of you may or may not know the KSI Logan Paul fight that's happening in LA Staples Center, November 9th. I
November
may or
9th.
may not be attending that front row seats. We'll see what happens, but that'd be kind of fun to get down to LA. I have some more live streams and videos planned and stuff like that. But
That sure would be
also
a
the
hell of
big
a night right
Iowa
there.
State Iowa game for anyone that's in the Midwest. That's a big deal. I'm going to that this weekend as well.
Real
So
question is, you an Iowa or Iowa State fan?
Iowa State till I die.
Hell yeah. We're red and gold all the way till the soul,
Yep, exactly. Fuck Iowa.
Yeah, fuck Iowa, for sure. Fuck Iowa. Yeah, you guys heard me. You heard us. Fuck Iowa. I mean, we live
ain't
in
fans
Iowa,
of
but
If you're an Iowa
fuck
fan, you can
Iowa
suck my dick.
Hawkeyes. You heard him. You heard it here. We can put his link down in the below. You can go to his channel and you can bitch him out all you want. I don't give a
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Hey, give me them views.
That's all we're looking for anyway, guys. That's all that really matters.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's a hell of a day today. So Dylan, let's just talk about what's there was a video out there that really got you a lot of views on your channel. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so basically I'm pretty good at editing videos and I'm pretty good at just making I have a creative mind, so I can make some creative content and stuff like that.
For sure.
So I was drinking one night and said, I'm just gonna make a fucking scary
What were you drinking?
Why was I drinking?
What were you drinking? We all know
Oh, I was
why.
drinking Steel Reserve.
Steel Reserve, the poor man's
It's a dollar
choice.
dollar tall boy, 8%. It gets the job done, gets me trash,
I suppose that's why people drink Hawkeye.
Exactly. I mean, I drank Hawkeye and water is what I would mix,
Oh,
That's when I was living, rough. I mean, when I was a
That's
a
not
little
good on
bit
your
higher
kidneys.
class, I drank some
Nobody,
Hawkeye, maybe
guys,
some
don't do
for
that at home. Just make sure, don't drink Hawkeye and water. That'll put
Don't
you-
drink Hawkeye, period.
Yeah, don't drink Hawkeye. Period.
If
Let's
you
just
can-
put a
if you can
stamp
avoid
right
it,
on that.
do.
Just avoid Hawkeye vodka. I'm not even sure if you can buy that out of Iowa. I kind of thought that was an Iowa thing.
It might. I don't know, honestly.
Me either. I couldn't tell you the truth.
But yeah, no. I mean, had this idea to make a scary video, so I went outside and I faked this video, and I just basically when I made the video, I pretended I heard something, and then I edited.
You heard it
in.
here, guys. It was a ruse. It was fake. It was
It
fake.
was. But
Whatever,
hey, it got
it
me
got the
over
views. All
3 million views.
3
It got
million.
me interviews with the Travel Channel. I was on the History Channel. I got even more interviews with other big YouTubers. I got paid out of the whole ordeal. I got paid like 900
If you
bucks.
get paid out of it, I don't care what you did. You got paid, right? A buck's a buck.
Yeah, Travel Channel paid me for an interview that was aired on their TV show, and then the clip was aired on, and they had guys break it down, and everyone's like, "Oh, this thing is fake," and in the comments, but everyone else is just like, "Yeah, no, this looks like a legit thing," and on the Travel Channel, their experts were like, "Yeah, this is real, 100%." All the fans are like, "Ah, it's fake," whatever. But people loved it. They enjoyed it. It was scary. It did its job.
Yeah, that's all that really matters. So, I said you were over about, 12,000? You know what the number is off the top of your head, you little nerd?
I don't, but I know I'm getting, if not already, 13,000. It's like 12,900 something. Last I checked.
So, yeah, everybody that's listening to this, you should definitely go on over there and check out his channel for sure. As one thing that you want to do. Like he said, he does have a podcast, and I don't know when he plans on putting those out yet. You have any idea?
The first episode will probably be out by the time this podcast is out. I'm guessing.
That's good. And who
Yeah.
are you with in that video?
What's that?
Or are you just doing the podcast by yourself?
No, we actually had two other people that when I started my YouTube, basically, I would do these live streams, and there was these two guys that were knowledgeable in the paranormal stuff and whatnot. And I added them as admins to the channel, and then they had an idea to start a podcast. So we did that. So I have these two guys. We had our first guest was a guy who had over 25,000 subscribers on YouTube. We had him, and they talked about, I kind of narrated it, and they kind of talked. I don't really know much about any of that shit, but bits and pieces. But I am interested in it, so I was kind of narrating it as a fan's perspective while they were kind of breaking it down and talking about it. But yeah, we had a big guest, a big YouTuber on, and I've also done interviews with Fantastic Daily, who actually just changed his name to something else now, but he has over like 90,000 subscribers. So I've done a few things.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty good start for only being, you've only had this big fan base for not too long now. So, I mean, I would say that you're going in the right track, aren't you?
Yeah, and people, and this, but the people watching may not. I initially started a channel, me and Brady, back in, I'd say probably freshman year of high school. We did something called Iowa Cops,
Yeah.
and
Talk about a lot of people who got pissed because we were actually thinking that we were cops then.
I recommend if you guys are listening to this podcast, go on YouTube and search the channel called Iowa Cops, and you'll know when you see it. It's got the
It'll
channel.
pop right up.
Yeah, and it's hilarious. It's a comedy act. We just had fun doing it. It wasn't serious.
It's exactly what it was. It was a comedy. We did it for shits and giggles, laughs and kicks.
And I mean there was 8 episodes plus a trailer, actually 2 trailers. And then
But I mean that was in the early stages of YouTube. I mean it was actually a surprising amount of video or views on those videos. I mean,
there was videos with like 20,000 views on them, and every video got at least like I think 5K. So it did pretty well.
And if you guys do watch it, I guarantee you, I hope that you get a little chuckle out of it because I mean, like he said, we were 15, 14 years old at the age, just having ourselves a hell of a time. But yeah,
it was all in fun.
It was fun. It was a hell of a time though. I wish, maybe someday if you guys really want us to. We'll bring those videos back. If you guys really want us to, we can probably collaborate something like that.
Yeah, I mean, you guys just gotta go check it out. Give it a like. Let Brady know. Let me know that you guys like the videos. I mean, they're hilarious, and it would be funny to do like an updated one today because the last video we shot, we were probably like 19, 18, 17.
And you're talking about kids that didn't have a penny to their goddamn name. I mean, we were doing this stuff with things that we found in the shed pretty much.
Yeah, and we had some cool equipment for it. I remember we were in a small town. Like we had a little siren, like a little actual light bar, but we were in a small town, so like we couldn't really get in trouble because like the cops all knew us. Everyone knew each other in Allison, so we didn't have anything to worry about. We could go all out and fucking
and that's
do whatever
one
we
thing
wanted.
we really do have to take for appreciation if you think about it. Imagine if we were rolling around town with a light bar, a cop's light bar on top of our roof in any other town other than small town Iowa. Imagine how much trouble we would have got impersonating a cop at the time.
Easily. I mean, we would have been pulled over fucking instantly. And I'm sure, I mean,
at the age of 16, probably going to jail, like.
Well, in Allison, you'll be lucky to see a cop. I mean, I might see one once a week.
Sleeping.
I'd be scared to call 911 in that town because I mean it'd take a while for anyone to get to you. I mean that's just
I mean that's not even bad. My dad's business a couple years back they called 911 because somebody was having a heart attack. The damn ambulance didn't even show up. They called them and the ambulance didn't even show. I mean,
just take them in yourself. Just
I mean, shit. I'm gonna be driving a lot faster than they are anyway. I shouldn't be dissing because I am an EMT myself and I am a firefighter. So, but I mean, I wouldn't be doing that. At least I show up,
Right. Show some urgency,
Exactly. People are dying out there. But me and Dylan, we've been pretty good gamers, right? I mean, we've
done a lot of mostly 3 games. GTA 5, we've absolutely played the shit out of. I mean, we are huge GTA 5 fans. Grand Theft Auto fans in general. But we started playing GTA 5 because
probably
Brady,
get to
you
that
never
a
really
little
played the other earlier ones.
GTA 4, I never really liked. I played San Andreas. I mean, I could still get those cheat codes down to heart right now.
And then we played those, but they weren't on online.
That's what I mean. I didn't really get into the I mean, I played video games ever since damn near Atari, but I mean, I didn't really get into video games until about PlayStation 1 with Crash Bandicoot, Bugs Life, playing games like that. But then
Bugs Life.
Bugs Life, man, that's the shit.
Well, the other games that we played was Battlefield 4.
Battlefield
we loved
4,
that one. We killed the shit out of that game.
Who doesn't love Battlefield 4 with modern weapons, Barrett 50 cals, and being able to sit up and type a sniper tower and just picking people off all day? I mean, we played that game for 15 hours straight some days, Weekends, those were our weekends. We had fun.
GTA 5 and Battlefield 4 were the ones we played a lot of. And I think, what else did we play? We played something else. Oh, Red Dead Redemption. We played some.
Yeah, just a little. Yeah, for sure.
But I think the online version of that was a little bit disappointing for me.
2?
Well, I would go as far to say it was massively disappointing.
Red Dead 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Best gameplay I have ever had for a story mode, hands down, right up there with Modern Warfare 2 story mode. I mean, I've never had a video game such a tearjerker in my entire life, and I guarantee you there's a lot of people out there saying the exact same thing right now. I mean, when he was sitting there looking over the sunset with his eyes slowly, I don't want any spoilers for people out there, but guess what? He dies.
If you haven't played it yet, fuck you.
Exactly.
It's
There's
your fault.
3 endings, so I guess I won't spoil them all for you, but make sure not to, collect the deeds is all you need to do. Just avoid that part of the game. You can't, but fucking tuberculosis.
Well, we had our first screenshot apparently leaked of GTA 6, and I sent it to you earlier today. And
I was actually just pulling that up online right now of these screenshots. It seems like there might be more than 1 or 2, but this picture that I'm looking at right now, it looks like a 1980s cop car.
Well, there's that one. Also, did you see the one of the jet I showed you?
I am looking at that right now. There is a jet, but I'm trying to see the cars that are on.
Well, and I'll tell you kind of what I've heard. This is a rumor. This isn't true. This isn't confirmed, but it's all a rumor. GTA 6 is, like I said, rumored to take place in like the 60s, the 70s or 80s, somewhere in that time period. And as you progress through the story mode, you take on the timeline to current day. So it starts in the 80s and ends in the 2020, whatever year.
I swear to God, if they go futuristic on this damn game, like any Black Ops or any other game like that, where they go too futuristic. Like when GTA 5 started putting in fucking jet-propelled motorcycles, you lost me. I was done with the game. I wasn't gonna play it anymore. And then they started handing out free GTA bucks here and there. They lost me when they started adding all that futuristic shit.
Yeah, I'm with you there. That's where we
keep it modern. Everybody wants a modern day, as if you were to go outside and do this right now. You want that. Like that is something that you would want. And
that's that. I feel the same way about futuristic as you do, but I feel the same way about going back in time to the 80s. I don't want 80s. I don't want that. I want modern day. I want today.
Are we
just cut out all the
bullshit. Are we gonna proceed from is this gonna be this isn't gonna be the last GTA game, right?
Oh no, they'll keep going until we're long before we're dead.
Long before we're
dead. Long after we're dead. Excuse me.
You're telling me this game's gonna keep going and going? GTA 85? And why not?
It's the best-selling game every time it comes out. Ever.
I actually just looked at Walmart the other day, and I looked for Xbox 360, and they had it in the case because people are begging to steal that shit. But it was being sold for $10 finally. GTA 5 for $10, and that just really made me feel kind of old, to tell you the truth. I mean,
but that's on last gen. That's not. I guarantee you, it's still expensive on current gen.
It's probably still $40-$50 on PS4, Xbox.
Last month alone, it was the highest selling game in the PS Store
Well,
of
think
the
about it.
year.
I mean, we both can contest of being able to spend shit. We spent money on that game. I mean, you can't tell me
Yeah.
we didn't spend hundreds of dollars ourselves.
We tried to.
Exactly. Yeah, we spent money like before the game transitioned to this futuristic bullshit with flying motorcycles that, and I mean, I was fucking really good at that game. I could put down any fucking player that was in my way. Most of the time there's always that one or two guys that were just insane, but I was really good at the game. And then when they added this shit, it allowed players who were just mediocre to, who played more than me to grind out the money and shit to come in and just kill me with these bullshit fucking things. I just like fucking the PvP version of it, like running on the streets in the fucking cars that drove on their wheels on the ground, and instead you got guys flying around on motorcycles shooting lock-on missiles, and it's just dumb. You got fucking jetpacks now and laser guns and other shit. I don't even want to know.
Yeah. But I mean, if you want to bring out like allowing noobs to be as good as an expert player, well, we have to bring up the Red Dead, Deadeye, and GTA 2. That you have to admit is the only reason why we don't play that game anymore. Is when you're able to slow down real gameplay and snipe somebody with a goddamn rifle from 300 yards away without even dead. That's just
it's bad. We quit playing of that. Also, the other reason it sucks, and that's the worst reason. Don't get me wrong. That's the absolute worst reason the worst thing about
that's number one.
Red Dead Online. The other bad thing is just how big the map is and how little players. So you have all these players scattered just everywhere. So like you'll have to ride your horse, 20 minutes to the next player, you kill him. Okay, now what? You got to go find the next. It's just.
It was pretty big map for little people that played. That's for sure.
Yeah, and they just need to find a way, and maybe next gen will solve this problem. But we need to get to the point where we can have 100 to 200 players in a lobby, on a map that size. That would work.
That size, I just wonder if you would literally have a processor that would be able to, process that many people on one map at the same time, though. I don't know.
Well, and that's what next gen would be for. Like, obviously, the PS4 and the Xbox One aren't going to be able to handle that.
No.
But when you get to the PS5 and the Xbox,
you're talking PS4's been out how long now? I mean.
Well, it would have been out since 2014, I believe.
So that's 5 years.
Because it would have been my freshman year at college is when it came out.
Yeah,
so I think that was 2014.
Yeah, that was
the end of 2014 into 2015. But I think it was November, if I remember correctly. October or November, so it would have been 2014.
You have your Skype open? I just sent you a link. Open that.
Let's see here.
Because if you look at these pictures back onto GTA 6, there's going to be this. There's about 4 of these pictures leaked here. And, this one picture, does that not look like Nikolai from GTA 4? That looks like that Russian. I mean, I just don't know. I just really wonder what they're going to be doing with this game. Are you going to be proceeding through the entire lifespan of one person? Or are they going to do... Well, I really... They're going to have to go back to the GTA 5 way with having at least 4 characters, because that was actually pretty fun.
Well, it's interesting you bring that up, because I did read... apparently, one illegal. Now, this could all be fake, and it likely is. We don't know. They have a really good way about keeping shit covered up and not leaking shit. But
they just leak shit, random shit from an old game, just to get people to click on it to think about the game.
Yeah, but one of the leaks I did see said that we would be visiting Vice City, and then Liberty City, which Nico would be in Liberty City.
If you look at that picture, that definitely looks like Nico.
It's close, yeah.
I mean, I didn't mind it. I mean, I just never really got into that. I don't know if I even finished the story mode, to tell you the truth. I think I played it at such a late gen where I was just looking back at this game being like, God damn, these graphics aren't GTA 5. These graphics ain't what I want them to be. So I'm just getting sick and tired of it. So I don't know. I don't think I gave it the credit it deserved, but
Yeah, no, for sure.
But then you look at that cop car, and that's definitely a 60s or 80s cop car.
Yeah, that's not modern day, that's for sure. But I think it's gonna be a game that goes through flashbacks or a time period where it goes back from the 60s, 70s, 80s, wherever it was gonna start, and it goes to current day. I think it's gonna stay modern day because I think they know they have the most possibilities for DLCs, cars. They limit themselves and they go back in time and stay there because you can't just add DLC cars. It's always gonna be where modern day you can just invent whatever you want and add new cars because it hasn't been invented yet. So you're kind
But
of
are
at
you
that
really
threshold where
complaining
you can do
about
what you
that?
want.
That's
But if you go
gonna.
back in day, you can't add a futuristic car.
Yeah, but are you
Can't
really
do that.
gonna bitch about that? Because I mean, I understand you're gonna want your Bugatti, you're gonna want your fast Corvettes, but I mean, if you do go back in time, it's gonna limit them from putting that bullshit in there. But yeah, it's gonna keep you from having this weapon, this gun, this car. But yeah, but it's still gonna limit them from being able to put that bullshit in there.
But remember, they're not going to do the bullshit until the game's been out for a while
Yeah, you're
because
not wrong.
they're going to want to market it to be a playable game. They're going to want to market it to be an enjoyable game online
Okay.
and on single player. If they're doing that early on in the process, people are going to drop out quick, especially after the ending of GTA 5, and they know,
What do you
the
think
marketers
that's
there,
gonna
they
be?
know,
That's not gonna
that
be
people that work on the
anytime
game, they
soon.
know that people aren't happy with that, so they're not going to do that right away. They're going to wait until later on in the game when they can, they have the leverage with the gaming community to be like, all right, we've already made, the most money ever. We're going to start developing GTA 7 now, and this is, by the way, 3 or 4 or 5 years down the road, but
Dude, I remember when they came out with the first DLC for GTA 5, for Christ's sakes, It was just waiting for. We had to wait for like a year before we got the first DLC, I thought, wasn't it? Or something like that?
it wasn't quite a year. It was probably closer to 6 months,
Oh, either way, it
but
felt like a year.
it was a while from when the game came out to the first DLC. But that was fine because we were
I'm still not
still
mad with that.
exploring.
Exactly. I hate when a game is put out there and people just skip over story modes. That is just the absolute thing. My brother does that. I don't know if you do it, but I have to sit down. I have to play the story mode. I might even play the story mode twice before I even touch multiplayer because I want to know the maps. I want to know the guns. I want to know how to do this, and that. I want to know how to roll. I want to be able to be good before I jump into. I mean, a lot of people are like, I want to jump into multiplayer so I can start ranking up so I can be better. But I'm just like, I want to go into it being better than just, getting my ass whipped in the first 2 seconds.
No, I agree 100%. Yeah, for sure.
Like my brother, like I said, I don't want to watch story mode. They're boring. I skip through the cutscenes. Like, you skip through cutscenes in GTA 5? Are you fucking crazy? Those are like little movies, for Christ's sake.
Exactly.
You just missed Trevor getting shit-faced drunk, puking, and waking up next to a tree. I mean, it's a fun time. It's just.
It is. Yeah, the cutscenes were the best part of the game.
Every game, the cutscenes. If the game doesn't have good cutscenes, it's a shit game to me. Like.
I mean, that's true.
It has to be a mini movie, Like Red Dead 2 just knocked it out of the park,
Oh, Red Dead was amazing. Oh god.
Just amazing. Well, what else is there?
Did you hear about the Facebook dating app? Because I downloaded it today.
Oh yeah, you're in that dating scene?
Well, I mean, you told me about it, so I was like, I might as well download it.
You caught me off guard.
Yeah.
But yeah, Facebook does have a dating app now, guys. And for some people that don't have Tinder anymore, because of reasons that you can't say on the podcast.
All bullshit.
It is pretty big bullshit, but yeah, it's pretty good. You guys just go over to the tab, you click on it, getting that dating app, and put your little information in there, and you got yourself some dating. It's actually not bad.
Yeah, it's actually pretty good. It's a good interface. It is. It's better than Tinder.
I will have to say that, and I have Tinder. I think he's saying that because he's salty that Tinder got rid of him.
I'm salty. I got blocked for no reason. It's bullshit. I didn't do anything.
Yeah, you're probably correct. Fucking liberals nowadays, always trying to keep the white man down.
Exactly. God damn it.
Goddamn liberals. So what else are you thinking about in the future for videos? Do you have any inclinations on what you're thinking?
Well, I have a few ideas.
Yeah,
with my channel, I'm kind of limited to what I can do, but I have a lot of options in that field of paranormal. The things that I'm at right now is I would like to get a drone. I would like to get better camera.
of course.
So I can go out and do and shoot some things that I think my fans would enjoy, because I do have a very passionate fan base, that are very on me all the time when I don't upload, or I haven't live streamed a month, and they're in my comments they're just, where you at, where you at, where you at. I need to give them the live streams are going to be a thing that continues. But for me going forward, it's for video wise, it's just going to be small mini movies. Maybe the podcast as well, but it's all a combined thing of the videos will just be random,
So are you
whatever.
talking you're gonna find a video online, you're gonna talk about it, or are you gonna go
It
out
could be
there and
that.
make your own
Yeah.
videos, go into some spooky places or something like that?
Well, yes, all that is true. I would really like to go to a haunted house or haunted place, but I would
Hey,
want
Halloween's
a
coming
better
up.
camera.
Tis the season.
Exactly.
Hey,
It's
that's how
it's a
you get the
perfect time.
views right there. You just do a video at the right time. And bada bing, bada boom. You got yourself a video.
Yep. That's all I want.
Yeah. That's in about, what, 2 weeks? I mean, I think... have you seen those drones nowadays that'll follow you while you're running? You just put them up and they just follow your ass. It's kind of cool.
I haven't seen that, but I do know
You haven't seen those yet? You should really look into those.
it's
It's seriously just a drone. You let it go and it follows you for just follows you and videotapes you.
yeah, no, that's not. I mean, that's new, but like they have had that technology. Say when you had a drone from the last 5 years, and you have your controller controlling it. If your controller dies or you don't respond, the drone will automatically come back to the signal last received of where that location was of that controller. So if your battery dies, your drone dies. Even if your drone in the air dies, it always has a reserve battery. It would fly back to you and land, just so that it doesn't fall out of the sky. And these are obviously the nicer drones, that you would buy. But
my brother just turned 11 and got a drone for Christmas. Tell you the truth, totally forgot about that. Little son.
Oh, you got a drone?
My little brother did.
Oh, Max. Okay.
Yeah, Max just got a drone. 11 years old. Probably never gonna play with it because you know how much he just loves playing Fortnite.
Well, let Max learn a lesson from me. I got a $150 drone from Black Friday once, and I mean these were shitty drones.
No,
it doesn't have a
this
camera
isn't
on
no
it. It's just a
shitty one.
shitty
This
fucking
is,
drone.
Mommy and Daddy's.
I was like flying it up and down one day in my backyard,
This is a good...
and I was just experimenting, and it wasn't really windy out at all, but the air must have been up,
there,
high. And so I keep going high as I can, and it keeps coming, and I would just let it fall and I catch it, and see how close I get to the ground while it, without hitting it, and I'd fucking pull back up. Well, one of the times I did it, and I swear to God, it was the last attempt. I was like, okay, one more time, I'm going inside. Well, this time I went a little bit higher. I probably went 70, 80 feet.
Always push the limit.
It goes up there in its little dot, and all of a sudden a wind gust catches it, and that fucker is gone. I see it like fucking soar across the sky. It probably went like 5 to 7 city blocks. I drove around the fucking blocks, couldn't find anything.
Did you even run after it?
Oh, I ran it. I was like, what? I couldn't see it because it was a white drone. And after the wind caught it, I lost it in the sky because it was so tiny. It was like speck. And it wasn't like, it was a pretty decent sized drone too. I mean, it was probably, I don't know, I'd say probably 12 inches wide, 12-inch wingspan.
Spend $2,000 on them or just don't buy one at all because, yeah, like you said, those things they're crap unless you buy an expensive one that has a good
exactly
on it, But yeah, what's your talking about Fortnite? You even gotten part of that?
Nah, Fortnite sucks. It's dead. I hate it.
It definitely is dead now, if you ask me. The only people playing it are 10 or 11-year-olds now because they actually incorporated Borderlands. You know what Borderlands that game is? They actually incorporated that with Fortnite now, and now they're just trying whatever they can to, and now they're going back and it's just stop your shit. I just can't wait for that new game to come out that just makes everybody just be like, oh, what's Fortnite? Because that game needs to die.
Yeah, it's gonna be over here soon, and they're gonna have to create a new fucking survival, or
that's what I mean.
What do you call it? A survival, whatever game you call that.
I mean, think about it. The like PUBG style. PUBG was pretty much the first game that came out that made everybody want to make these games, right? Wasn't it PUBG?
Yeah, Battle Royale. That's what. Yeah.
And that's only been out for about how many years now? That popped.
I'm not exactly sure, but it's been out for probably 4 to 5. I don't know, probably close to that.
Fortnite came out, then they started dropping Apex Legends and shit like that, and all these games, just trying to copy everything. And it's just, I just can't wait for the next big, thing. I just want to know what that's gonna be.
Something that's creative and different, not the fucking same, not a ripoff of
Yeah, give me
Fortnite or
some
PUBG.
new content. Like,
Yep.
real question is have they remastered Modern Warfare 2 yet?
I'm not sure. I thought they said they were going to, but I don't know if that was what I
Gonna,
just heard
but
or if
like,
that was
why haven't
official.
they got on that? Like that's one game that I feel like. I mean, do you remember we were in high school? I don't know if you were ever part of that, but I knew at least 50 people that got on every night just to play that game.
Oh yeah, no, I never participated in high school in Modern Warfare. I played it single player, but I never
You
had
were in
online in high school.
Oblivion,
So I
Skyrim. You were one of those players though, weren't you?
I
There's
like
nothing
Skyrim,
wrong
yeah.
with them. Yeah,
Yep.
it's a good game. It's just there's two different types of gamers out there. There's PvP and then there's PvE.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. But I think that's all that we got for this time today. And I just would like to say thanks, Dylan, for being part of my podcast. And I'll make sure to put his link down in the below. But like I said, once again, thanks, guys, for joining the Daily Cup of Tea. Make sure to press that little bell and hit that subscribe button and hit that like button if you like this and want to see more.